Well, hello, GodTube community. My name is DMAC. Of course, that's my screen name. But you can look at my profile and learn more about me. Well, let me start off by saying, you see this big zinger right here on my nose? I got that by I had a water war with my children yesterday. I promised them, you know, making these videos take a little bit of time, and you got to find the proper time and place. Well, anyways, they were outnumbered 1-3. Dad and my 7- and 6-year-old daughter and my 4-year-old son. So we had a water war, and of course, they being outnumbered, we had my eldest daughter was swinging the hose because I was getting them really wet, and she accidentally popped me right there. So I got this big red zinger right there. But anyways, they had fun and I had fun, and I'm grateful for those experiences, and probably I enjoy them more now because of the many things that has happened in my life in the past probably 2 or 3 years, but I'll talk about that in another time. And if I seem a little bit like I woke up, well, I just did. But I hope more importantly than anything that I will be able to share some things about what it is like to be a Latter-day Saint in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this is just one perspective from one member. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer that this is not church authorized. This is I'm completely responsible for the contents of this, and not necessarily what I say is church doctrine. So if I say anything that might seem a little bit off to those who's watching this video that are members, it might be because of my correct or incorrect understanding of the doctrines of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And to really get a correct and proper understanding of these doctrines, one must get it from the official sites, the LDS.org or Mormon.org, those that are official. And the reason why I say that is because it's so easy to, at least for me, I know that it's so easy. There's so many people that are experts, supposedly experts of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons. And it should be from official sites. I guess the only analogy I can use for that is you wouldn't want Iran or Russia, you wouldn't want to get your information from them about what it's like to be an American. You would get it from an official representative from that country, which is the United States of America, which would be our U.S. embassies, or, you know, the press secretary, so on. And of course, that could be a debate of its own. But anyways, you wouldn't want to get the information from an opposing entity, organization, or individual. So likewise in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the same thing with the Catholic Church. You wouldn't want someone that's opposed to the Catholic Church to receive information. You need to receive the information from an official representative, and then that's how I feel about things with regards to learning about or knowing more about Latter-day Saints or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But what I wanted to cover this morning is the topic is, what does it mean to be a Latter-day Saint? And this is just my perspective, and I hope that I have the Spirit. That is so critical for Latter-day Saints, is to have the Spirit, because if you don't have the Spirit, if I don't have the Spirit while I'm talking to you through this camera and you listening, then the message will be all academic. And it's my hope that I have the Spirit. And last night I tried to talk about this topic, but like any Latter-day Saint, like any Christian, we have challenges in this world, and we are subjected to a lot of things that prevent us from having the Spirit. And I know for me, I had something happen, and it wasn't anything drastic, but it was enough to, I guess I look at it as Superman having kryptonite. You know, when kryptonite hits Superman, it weakens him. And it's very sensitive when it comes to the Spirit. And I'll talk about all those other things, but I want to stay focused on the topic of what it means to be a Latter-day Saint. Now, first of all, like I said in my previous introductory video, that I've been a member for over 17 years in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And the reason why I love being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is because of what I've learned, truths that I've learned. And I'll pause again. I recognize there are doctrinal issues people have. Now, I come from a family that are staunch Catholic, and there's doctrinal issues there too. But the core of the message is that Jesus is the Christ, and that he came upon the earth and was born of a Virgin Mary, the mother of Mary. And the father was Joseph, of course, and we can know that if you've read the Bible. And he was born in a manger. And I know that from being a born-again Christian, and I know that from being a Latter-day Saint. Of course, what makes a distinguishing difference is I have read and studied with an open heart, with an open mind, independent of anyone else, independent of Latter-day Saints before I joined other Mormons. Of course, their influences, you know, like many people know. Excuse me. Most Latter-day Saints are wonderful people. I mean, that's the consensus by many Christians, that Latter-day Saints are wonderful people, but their doctrines are all twisted. And I guess if you know anything about programming or computers, which I have a little bit of expertise in that, you can't put in software and have bad coding and expect it to work. You'll get, you know, I don't want to bag on Microsoft. They have wonderful software, but when software programming is incorrect, you'll get conflicts and your computer will freeze up. And likewise, any programming, you cannot receive certain doctrines, and especially at a spiritual level, and expect it to have a different output, you know, a different result. And so Latter-day Saints are good people because of the doctrine. Now, of course, there are many different levels why Latter-day Saints are good people, and they're hardworking people, and there are many aspects of that. And I'll discuss that in another video. So what does it mean to be a Latter-day Saint? Well, Latter-day Saint means last days. And the church is called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It means that we proclaim that the church is the Church of Jesus Christ in these last days. Now, we didn't name it after Moses, we didn't name it after Joseph Smith, or at least the church didn't, or Joseph Smith didn't, because we don't want to fool anybody. And I'll pause again with critics. Oh yeah, we're fooling people. Well, that has to be decided by every individual person that receives this message, independent of anybody else. And so when you come, it says the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And now I recognize out there in the world, there's different Christian churches, you know, that are wonderful names that represent the Savior. You know, the Church of the Nazarene. It reflects on their focus. The Baptist, which focuses, I would imagine, and please, I'm limited in my